While spending time in the park with her dog, Merlin, 16-year-old Sarah recites lines from a book titled The Labyrinth, but she struggles to remember the final verse. Realizing she is late to babysit her infant half-brother Toby, she rushes home, only to be scolded by her stepmother, who then leaves for dinner with Sarah's father. Frustrated to find that Toby has been given her cherished teddy bear, Lancelot, and irritated by his relentless crying, Sarah impulsively wishes for the goblins from her book to take him away. To her shock, Toby vanishes, and the Goblin King, Jareth, appears. He offers Sarah a crystal that will reveal her dreams in exchange for Toby, but she refuses and desperately begs for her brother back. Jareth tells her that Toby is in his castle and gives her 13 hours to navigate his labyrinth and rescue him before he is turned into a goblin forever. As Sarah embarks on her journey, she meets a grumpy dwarf named Hoggle, who reluctantly helps her enter the labyrinth. Struggling to find her way, she encounters a friendly talking worm who, though well-meaning, inadvertently leads her in the wrong direction. Sarah eventually falls into an oubliette, where she reunites with Hoggle. The two are confronted by Jareth, narrowly escape one of his traps, and then come across a gentle but massive beast named Ludo. When Hoggle flees in fear, Sarah befriends Ludo and frees him from captivity, only to lose him again in a forest. Meanwhile, Jareth warns Hoggle to ensure Sarah never reaches the castle and gives him an enchanted peach to offer her. Sarah is soon ambushed by a mischievous group called the Fire Gang, but Hoggle comes to her rescue. In gratitude, she kisses him, unintentionally deepening his internal conflict. As a result, both of them fall through a trapdoor into the foul-smelling Bog of Eternal Stench, where they reunite with Ludo. There, they meet the swamp's self-proclaimed guardian, Sir Didymus, an eager, fox-like knight who rides his Old English sheepdog, Ambrosius. When Sarah nearly falls into the bog, Ludo summons a pathway of rocks, impressing Didymus, who decides to join their quest. Growing hungry, Sarah unknowingly eats the enchanted peach Hoggle gives her. As he flees in shame, she falls into a trance, forgetting her mission and dreaming of a lavish masquerade ball where Jareth professes his love. However, sensing something is wrong, she rejects him and escapes, awakening in a junkyard near the Goblin City. There, an old junk lady attempts to manipulate her, but Sarah regains her memory when she is rescued by Ludo and Sir Didymus. Reaching the city's gates, they face a massive robotic guard, but Hoggle, determined to make amends, bravely comes to their aid. Though ashamed of his earlier betrayal, he is welcomed back by Sarah and the others, and together they enter the city. Jareth, alerted to their approach, sends his goblin army to stop them. However, Ludo summons an avalanche of rocks, scattering the goblins and clearing their path to the castle. Once inside, Sarah insists she must face Jareth alone, promising to call for help if needed. In a surreal, gravity-defying chamber reminiscent of M.C. Escher's Relativity, Sarah desperately searches for Toby while confronting Jareth. As she recites the lines from her book that parallel her adventure, she still struggles to remember the last one. Jareth once again offers her the crystal that will grant her dreams, but at the final moment, she recalls the crucial line, "You have no power over me." Defeated, Jareth relinquishes his hold, returning Sarah and Toby home before vanishing in the form of a barn owl. Realizing how much Toby means to her, Sarah lovingly gives him Lancelot before retreating to her room. As she reflects on her journey, she sees her labyrinth friends in the mirror. Though she acknowledges she has grown, she admits she still needs them in her life. At that moment, they magically appear in her room, celebrating with a joyful reunion. Outside, Jareth, watching in his owl form, silently observes before flying away into the moonlit sky.